This is my third video lecture on relief of India. As I had said you earlier, India is generally divided into following relief divisions: the Himalayan mountain complex, the Indus Ganga Brahmaputra plain, the peninsular plateau, the coastal plains, and the islands. In my previous two video lectures, I had discussed about the Himalayan mountain complex and the Indus Ganga Brahmaputra plain. In this video lecture, I will discuss about the peninsular plateau, the coastal plains, and the islands. Now, let me begin with the peninsular plateau. This is the oldest landmass of India, whose general elevation is 600 to 900 meters. It is surrounded by hills on all the three sides. On the western side, there is Western Ghat. On the eastern side, there is Eastern Ghats. On the northwest, we have Aravalli mountain range, and on the north, there is Vindhyachal and Rajmahal hills. The plateau region is 1600 kilometers long in the northwest direction and 1400 kilometers wide in east to west direction. Residual hills and trough have divided the plateau into various subparts. Now I am going to show you one map. This is the map about physical features of India. Following physical features have been shown in this map: plateau, coast, and islands. If you observe carefully in this map, you will find that I have demarcated an area in the peninsular part. This particular region is known as peninsular plateau because it is a plateau of peninsula in Indian subcontinent, because this landmass is surrounded by water bodies on three sides: Arabian Sea on the west, Indian Ocean on the south, and Bay of Bengal on the east. Now, the boundary of this peninsular plateau are western coast, eastern coast, Aravalli mountain range, and Indo-Gangetic plain. All these features are the boundary of this peninsular plateau. This peninsular plateau have two mountain ranges on its edges. One is Western Ghat mountain, another one is Eastern Ghats mountain. Now, these plateau regions have two projections. One is at the northwest, that I have marked as A. Another one is at the northeast, that I have marked as B. These two projections are separated by following hill and mountain ranges. Number 1, Vindhya range. Number 2, Satpura range. Then we have Bandelkhand and Maikala range. The projection in the northwest that I have marked as A is known as Malwa Plateau. The projection at the northeast is known as Chotanagpur Plateau. And the remaining southern part of peninsular plateau is called Deccan Plateau. You can also see I have shown the location of two island territories of India. One is Lakshadweep, another one is Andaman and Nicobar Island. Now I will discuss in detail about the three subdivisions of peninsular plateau. Number 1, the Malwa Plateau. The Malwa Plateau is located at the northwestern part of Vindhya range and southeastern part of Aravalli range. It is triangular in shape It is roughly triangular in shape, I should say. Now this plateau is dissected by two rivers. One is Chambal, another one is Bethua. These Chambal and Bethua rivers are the tributaries of river Yamuna. Now let me read out the important points about Malwa Plateau in detail. This triangular portion lies northwest of Vindhya range and southeast of Aravalli range, as I had said. This is composed of hard rocks like granite. The Chambal River has cut deep ravines and gullies. As a consequence, badlands are formed. Now in this map, I am going to show you the location of Chotanagpur Plateau and Deccan Plateau, the two major subdivisions of Peninsular Plateau. Deccan Plateau is located east of Bagelkhand Hill Range. It mainly located in the state of Jharkhand and in the Purulia district of West Bengal and also in Odisha. South of river Tapi, we have Deccan Plateau, which you can see is dissected by four main river valleys: River Mahanadi, River Godavari, River Krishna and River Kaveri. These four rivers have dissected this plateau region. That means this plateau region is subdivided into various parts like Maharashtra Plateau, Andhra Plateau by these river valleys. Now I will discuss in detail about Chotanagpur Plateau and Deccan Plateau. The Chotanagpur Plateau. East of Bagelkhand, the Chotanagpur Plateau represents the northeast projection of the Indian peninsula. It is mostly in Jharkhand, northern part of Chhattisgarh and Purulia district of West Bengal. This plateau is composed mainly of Gondwana rocks with patches of ancient granite, gneiss and Deccan lavas. All these rocks like granite, gneiss, Deccan lava rocks are example of igneous rock. The most important part of this plateau is Patland, which is the highest part of Chotanagpur Plateau with general elevation more than 1100 meter. It is located in mid-western portion and composed of laterite. This plateau is drained by numerous rivers and streams in different directions and present a radial pattern. When the streams and river flow in different directions from a highest point of a hill or mountain, we call it radial drainage pattern. And in this plateau, we found the Gondwana coal field that provide huge supply of coal to the country. Now, I am going to discuss about the Deccan Plateau. As I said, the Deccan Plateau is located south of river Tapi. The general slope of this plateau is from west to east. That is why most of the river of plateau flow from west to east. As you can see in this cross-sectional diagram, I have shown the direction in which the plateau have its slope, that is from west to east. The river flowing through this plateau have cut broad valleys and divided the plateaus into several small plateaus like Maharashtra, Andhra and Karnataka. Now I am going to discuss about two very important mountain ranges lying on the western part known as Western Ghats and eastern part known as Eastern Ghats. Well, the elevation of Western Ghats is more than Eastern Ghats. Here the elevation is 900 to 1100 meter, where the elevation of Western Ghat is only 600 meter. The width of Western Ghat is more than the width of Eastern Ghats. The width of Western Ghats is 50 to 80 km, whereas the width of Eastern Ghats is 100 to 200 km. Now, the monsoon wind blow perpendicular to Western Ghat mountain range. The monsoon wind blow perpendicular to Western Ghat mountain range, whereas this monsoon wind, that is southwest monsoon wind, blow parallel to Eastern Ghat mountain range. The Western Ghat mountain range is continuous in nature, whereas the Eastern Ghat mountain range is discontinuous. It does not have any kind of structural unity. It is divided by various river valley flowing through it, like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. All these rivers are flowing through Eastern Ghat into Bay of Bengal. Now I will discuss the important features of the coastal plains. There are two kinds of coastal plains. One is Western coastal plains, another one is Eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain is located between Arabian Sea and Western Ghat, whereas Eastern coastal plain is located between Bay of Bengal and Eastern Ghat. This one I had already shown you in the previous map. The average width of Western coastal plain is less than Eastern coastal plain. That means Western coastal plain is narrower in comparison to Eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain is 64 km in width, whereas Eastern coastal plain is 80 to 100 km in width. Western coastal plain is drained by short and swift streams, whereas Eastern coastal plain is drained by big rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, as this river have formed delta at their mouth. Number 5, the island. As I have shown you in the previous map that India have two island territory. One is Andaman and Nicobar, located in located in Bay of Bengal. Another one is Lakshadweep, located in Arabian Sea. Andaman Nicobar Island stretches like a line. It is like a line. Andaman group have 200 islands and Nicobar group have 19 islands. Whereas Lakshadweep is a small group of coral islands. Now I am going to show you one map on which I will discuss in detail about the division of West Coastal Plain and East Coastal Plain. West Coastal Plain is subdivided into three parts: Konkan Coast, Kannada Coast and Malabar Coast. The part of coastal plain extending up to Goa is known as Konkan Coast. This part is known for estuary. The middle part of the western coastal plain is known as Kannada Coast, and the extreme southern part, that is located in Kerala, is known as Malabar Coast. It is known for lagoons. The eastern coastal plain is subdivided into two parts. The part lying till river Krishna, that is valley of river Krishna, is known as North Sircar Coast, whereas the part located south of river valley of Krishna is known as Coromandel Coast. The major part of Coromandel Coast lies in the states of Tamil Nadu. This part get winter rainfall from retreating monsoon. A and B, these regions are the island territories of India, where A is the Lakshadweep group of island and B is the Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. I have discussed about these islands in the previous slide. So with this I am ending my video lectures on relief of India. I have covered all the 5 relief divisions written over here, as you can see. Please go through these lectures very carefully and don't forget to subscribe my channel in YouTube, because if you subscribe the channel, then automatically you will get notification in your mobile phone or smartphone whenever I upload any educational video in my YouTube channel. Thank you.